Hey everybody, welcome back to the Pressing Matters. I'm Scott. Thank you for tuning in today. Thank you for your support and thank you for your patience. I've been away for almost 2 weeks now. I haven't put out any content, and that's because I'm going through something very emotional with a family member that's very ill. And the song Now and Then is dovetailing with my emotions going through this period in my life. It's a record that the lyrics speak to me because of my personal situation. And I think that's going to be that way for a lot of people. There is a message in there that everyone can relate to. Everyone's been through loss and missing and things like that, or fears of loss and missing someone. And that is the sentiment I get from Now and Then. I love the song. I remember hearing the demo and appreciating its beautiful melancholy melody and chord changes. And I thought it's just too far gone to do anything with. I never thought that it would come to anything. And over the years, I've followed the story, the saga of Now and Then, and over the last 6 weeks, coinciding with 6 weeks of very intense personal issues, this has all been coming together at the same time. And, you know, I'm trying to stay excited for it, but also I'm dealing with this other thing. So it's kind of a perfect way to talk about this, because it is something that I think people will relate to emotionally, if not only for the loss of the Beatles, but probably personal things in their life as well. As I said, I thought the demo had potential, but I didn't think anything would be done with it. Over the years, I've heard fan versions of this, and my favorite by far is the one by Iamaphony. I'm going to leave a link to it below. That one retains the melancholy sound of the demo. Of course, John's voice is not cleaned up on it, but that's fine. The rest of it is elevated and positive and really projects a Beatlesque feeling to it while retaining everything about the original that we love. I suggest you check it out. It also has a wonderful video that goes along with it that's very much in the style of Klaus Voormann anthology, the sort of a collage effect, and it's quite striking. A really, really nice job. A lot of interesting things that could have been done in the new one are in that video. So I had high hopes for this. When I saw the making of documentary just a couple of days ago, honestly, I got a lump in my throat and I got quite emotional. I thought, wow, this is going to be amazing. You heard John's voice in stark relief for the first time, and that was the beginning of the feeling a little emotional. And then the string section, which was a great idea, is beautiful. And that was a great teaser as well. And just the talk about, you know, from Paul about putting this all together to make one more record with John. It was very much an emotional, heart-tugging experience. And I had high hopes for the record. The next day, the record came out. It was coinciding with a phone call I got. I was packing up to come back to Miami from home, thinking everything was kind of stable. And I got a call that things were not so stable. And at the same time, the song was debuting. And I was like frantically trying to find the song. And oddly, even with all the emotional things going on, it didn't strike me as emotional as the documentary. I wasn't crying. I didn't have a lump in my throat. I was actually more in the analytical mode. I was picking apart things. And I hate to do that with a song, but there are some things that I noticed that I think could have been done better. But overall, I think it's a remarkable achievement, particularly the MAL technology used to extract John's voice. The string section, the overall production, I feel like it's claustrophobic. I can't hear a lot of the things that I think I should hear. It's very loud too. It's compressed. And I'm hoping that the vinyl single will be more open and we'll be able to hear the strings better. We'll be able to hear the bass line better. There'll be more space and air around things. As it is, it's a little bit pushed together, a little messy, I would say. Still, it's got some beautiful things going on. But one thing I think is that makes the song really suffer is the loss of the precursor to the chorus. The I don't want to lose you, use you or abuse you. I know that there are probably reasons for removing it. Maybe the vocal quality, maybe the fact that it drifts off into mumbling, maybe the word abuse, I don't know. But that particular melody and that fragment put right there really makes the song special and elevates it significantly. And you can hear that on the Iamaphony version. And he puts it in a way that really, the transition to the chorus is super. It's wonderful. It lifts you. In the new version, or in the Beatles version, the official version, the transition to the chorus is a little bit of a letdown. I guess it has a nice sentiment hearing older Paul, and you hear a little bit of Ringo harmonizing with John, but it's a little downbeat. It's a little tired sounding, I think, and it doesn't do the song any favors. It sounds a little unprofessional by Beatles standards. And the way Iamaphony did it was not to use their voices singing the words, but use snippets of Because or whatever, like they did in this one, above. And that works really well. So you hear John singing the chorus, and you hear the Beatles in the ether just kind of saying, love is you, and so forth. That really worked better to me than what the Beatles actually did. The slide guitar solo was a nice idea, but it's not executed with any kind of excitement. It doesn't draw attention to itself, and as a result, it's not really all that interesting. It's a shame that there couldn't have been a George guitar solo in there. Or a guest. I mean, I know it would be against the rules to have a guest on the final Beatle single, but if you listen again to the Iamaphony, there's a guitar solo at the end that is so Beatlesque and so George and just brings the song up. I don't know exactly where it's from, if it is actually George or something else, but it gives an idea of what a proper guitar solo could have done for the song. Also, the ending is a little strange, I thought. I did really, really like the string section. I like that idea. It sounds very George Martin. I think it could have been brought up more, and hopefully it will be. But overall, I'm a little lukewarm on this, and I'm surprised. I thought, I've been a Beatles fan since I was very, very young. My first Beatle album was Magical Mystery Tour, and I've been in love with them ever since. But these three songs, these three post-Beatles songs, each has their own issues, but this one I think could have been a better capstone to the end of the Beatles legacy. hopefully we hear something a little bit better and less compressed, less loud than we got over streaming these last few days. And I think the video is going to premiere in probably an hour. This was done before that, obviously. I think Peter Jackson's video is going to really pull at our heartstrings and manipulate us into the emotions that are probably there, but we need to kind of be pushed a little bit. And I'm sure it's going to be stunning. So I'll have more to say after the video premieres, but I wanted to say hi. I'm back. I have a lot of great things coming up, big releases, and I'm getting back into the swing of things after this period. So thank you so much for watching. Until next time, I'm Scott for the Pressing Matters. Have a great day.